To be an emphasis these days on training more to avoid injuries, or training less hard and more smart, emphasis on less sparring. And the UFC built this new center where they're trying to basically get athletes to train smarter. Given the way your career has played out over the past couple of years, is there anything you would have done differently in terms of the way you pursued your preparation?
I think that a lot of the injuries happen because we're a little bit the sport's still growing and the fighters aren't making that much money. You got to buy the cheaper food. You got to not get a massage every single day like we should, even though we're beating the crap out of ourselves because it's expensive. So by having this new center, maybe fighters can go in there and get all the sports therapy that we need. There's a lot for as much training as we do, you have to do equally amount of therapy for your body. I didn't know that until all these surgeries happened. I didn't really tune into that at all. Your whole life in wrestling, your whole life being coached, your trainers are telling you, tape it up, suck it up, eat some ibuprofen and go. It doesn't need to be that way. There's a way that you can actually do some ART, loosen that muscle, and the pain goes away magically. You don't have to just deal with it, because then it just gets tighter and tighter and tighter like a bottle cap. The more I tighten this bottle cap, eventually what breaks? It breaks. I can't even tighten it at all anymore after a little while. That's what we're doing to our bodies. So until you go in and you go get some ART or you go get some sports therapy, you can't loosen that thread. That's what we're doing to our bodies as athletes every single day. The point of this sport is to hurt the other person, whether you're in practice or not. When you're in a submission, there's a fine line between, do I tap or do I keep my mindset that it doesn't hurt and stay strong through the submission so I can fight out of it, and then I have the confidence to go into a fight, know I can fight out of that submission. Or I'll never challenge myself and tap right away because I'm scared to get hurt. Come on. As athletes, we can't be scared to get hurt, so it's kind of a happy balance that you got to find. But the biggest thing is just taking care of our bodies equally costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to get the therapy because therapy is not free, and people don't fix us for free. It always costs money. And that's money that's taken away from you that you don't make to train. We don't make money to train. We only make money to show up for the fight. So a lot of fighters have a hard time paying that money out to keep their body healthy because we only make so much money for the fight.
How much did it cost you to get healthy?
Thousands, and I have only the UFC to thank for that, to be honest. They paid for every ounce of my sports therapy with Gavin McMillan at Sports Science Lab. They've paid for all my surgeries. Without them, I wouldn't be standing here today. So don't get this twisted. I'm not bashing the UFC by any means. They're the reason I'm standing here. They're the reason I have these microphones in front of me. They're the reason why my life's changed, why I was able to buy a home, why I'm able to drive around in a GTR that I won as a win bonus for beating up Demetrius Johnson. They're the reason why I do a lot of it. I have this suit because they got me this suit. You know, I'm wearing a small car right here. This is $10,000. I can't buy that. They just hooked me up because of the Fox analyst gig. You know, thank God I was on Fox, or else I'd probably still be wearing some JCPenney threads, you know what I'm saying? Because for the fight itself, it's a prize fight. That's all we get paid for. We don't get paid to train every single day. You know, you guys get paid every day to write a report, wake up the next day, do your 9 to 5. You get paid every day. We don't. We have to just keep working and working and cross our fingers that we go get both the win bonus and the show-up bonus on weight. It's always a gamble in this sport.
A matchup question. The UFC's new headquarters has a bunch of rooms named after different fighters. The Anderson Silva Conference Room, Chuck Liddell Lounge. If you had a room named after you, what would it be?
That's a good question. I don't want a room name. I don't want to have a room name for a place that has rehab because I'm tired of rehab. I want to fight. How about we'll say No Surrender Cruz.